Welcome to Connect Deck. In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify, set up like your welcome, the emails, the wait sequences, as well as the SMS objects. Okay, so we're going to go over the emails, the wait sequence, and the SMS. So let's open up the welcome email. We're just going to click on it and then select the gear icon. That's going to open up the email settings. We're just going to click on this edit email button here. And this is going to open up the page builder for the email. And I already started kind of modifying my stuff here, but I'm actually going to I'm going to delete all of this because I think some of you, this is what you're going to see when you come in. So remember, I already went over like the page builder, like how to modify text and stuff. Like if I want to modify this text here, I just double click into it and just start typing. If I want to modify this, I start typing, and I can just start, adding text here. If I want to modify this button, I can just click on this button, go over here to the button, to the text. Over here, you're going to see the property section. So I'm going to click on the property section that says text. And then I can just locate the property called text. And I can change this, this is a test, and it had to change it, so those are the basic changes. I can change the color of this button. I can just go down here to button style, and I can just click on this background color and, color it red if I want it to be red. Okay. And so this stuff is fairly easy, at that point, it's just double clicking in here and just locating the place that I want to modify, where it says like insert business name, Shea Parish, stuff like that. Insert name of business owner, Jane Doe, sign off. And I can just say, thank you or talk soon or something like that. Insert category of products sold. I can just say lashes. Come up here where it says insert greeting. I can just be like, hey, says insert name of business owner, Jane Doe, and then the name of the business, Parish. The name of the ebook, I forget the name of my ebook, but it was like 3 reasons why, glue and magnetic lashes are obsolete or something like that. So I can change that here, right? So you basically just go through and just start making the changes, right? So, but the main piece or the other piece that you want to be mindful of is, I forgot, let me go back to this download ebook. I'm gonna click on this download button because I want to link my ebook to it. So if I go to my File Explorer, let me just locate my my ebook. And I may already have mine uploaded, but I'm just going to click on this button, go over here to the left, and I'm going to go to button info property section. And then I'm going to make sure that the button type is basic. Then I'm going to scroll all the way down to link URL. Let me move mine, clear that out. And I'm just going to click on this ellipsis. And that's going to open up this alert that says, what do you want to link to? I'm going to click on the drop down and say, I want to link to a file. And then I'm going to hit continue. And this is going to open up my File Explorer. And I'm basically just going to select, my ebook. If my ebook is not here, I'm just going to go to upload, and then I would just click that upload button, and then I can, locate where my ebook is and, select it and then upload it. Okay. And I just have a test ebook, but I already have mine uploaded. So I'm just going to click on where it says my lash ebook, and it's going to say insert, and that inserts the URL, for the ebook. So remember, you can store your ebook right within Connect Deck. Okay. Now this piece that some of y'all been, having questions about is like, hey, what do I put for the sender name? You put your name, so I put Jane Doe here, and for the sender email, I'm gonna put Jane Doe, the business email here, Jane Doe @sheaparish.com. Reply name, Jane Doe, and I'm gonna put the email address for Jane Doe. Now for the send to, we don't know the send to. We don't know the person's name who we're going to be sending this email to because we don't know the future, right? We also don't know the email. So what we have to use is we have to use a variable. Okay. So if we come over here to the top left, you're going to see pages. You're going to see 5 tabs: pages, sections, widgets, properties, and data. Right now, when I click on data, it's going to show me the the data packages within my funnel. And my opt-in page, my data package is called, my offer. So I'm just going to click on my offer. And right, and my offer is actually the name of my opt-in page. Right now, you can change that to something else, but you would have to change it on that opt-in page object in your automation. And so I'm just going to click on my offer, and within that my offer is going to be 2 packages: web form info and audit. We're going to skip over audit for now. We're just going to focus on web form info. So when I click on web form info, it's basically saying, okay, this is the data that's associated with the web form that was on your opt-in page. So I'm going to click on that. And within that web form info package, there's going to be 2 separate tables. One is called form record, and the other one is called contact info, right? Form record is the actual fields from the form that was on the opt-in page. Contact info is the contact record associated with the contact who filled out the form on your opt-in page. So remember, when somebody fills out a form on your opt-in page, there's 2 things that's going to happen. It's going to first create a contact record if the contact record doesn't exist. It's going to create that contact record, and it's going to put the contact name as well as the email and the phone number. And that's about it. But the form record is basically going to store any fields that you made available on that opt-in page. So if you had 10 fields on that opt-in page form, then those 10 fields will exist within the form record, right? So we're going to go to the form record. And within that form record, we're going to see, okay, here's the full name field that I had on the form. Here's the email field and the phone field. You may be asking, what are these extra fields here? These are other hidden fields that are on the form. We show them because there are times you may want to use them, but for the most part, you mainly want to use the full name, the actual fields that was visible on the form. So I'm going to click on full name, right? And notice when it turns green, that means it was copied, one, that is selected, and that it also copied it to the clipboard. Now I'm just going to come over here to send to name, and I'm just going to paste it, right? And then I'm going to click on the email because this is a variable. It turned green, it copied it to the clipboard. And I'm going to come over here to the send to name, and I'm just going to say paste. And now it put in a variable, right? So at runtime, when somebody fills out the form and it's time for this email to be sent, the system knows, ConnectDeck knows exactly where to look within the database, what record, what table, and what field to select to get the person's full name and their email. Okay. Here's another thing you can also do. If I want to personalize this email, I can actually just, click on, full name, and I can just come in here and I can just double click on this paragraph widget. And then right after, hey, I'm just going to add a space, and then I'm just going to do a paste. And notice it will paste the variable. So at runtime, it will say, hey, Jane Doe, or hey, Mark, Sally Thomas, hey, Shaniqua Roundtree, right? It's going to do the full name. But what if I don't want to use the full name, right? Some of you, because you're going to have a full name field on your form, but what if I don't want to use a full name? Maybe that's a little bit too formal. Maybe I just want to say, hey, Shaniqua, and not Shaniqua Thomas. I just want to say, hey, Shaniqua. I don't want to use her last name, right? I can come back over here to data. First, let me just first remove this variable. So I'm going to highlight it and just hit delete, remove it. And then I'm going to come over here to data, and I'm going to hit this back arrow, and it's going to take me back to the beginning. And I'm going to click on my offer, web form info. But instead of me selecting the form record, I'm going to select the contact info, right? And notice that the contact info, it has a first name, a last name, a contact name, an email, phone number, address, and some other information that wasn't on the form, right? Because remember what I said, when somebody fills out a form, it takes whatever fields that it can match to the contact record, and it moves it over if there isn't a contact record, right? Because remember, the contact record is a system of record. That's the record of record, right? So you can have one contact who filled out multiple forms, right? So even though we're asking for the full name on the opt-in page, Connect Deck will split that full name into a first and last name and store it within the contact record, along with the full contact name, the email, and the phone number if those things are provided. So now I'm just going to click on the first name. It's going to turn green, which means it's selected, and it copied it to the clipboard. And I'm just going to come over here back to this paragraph widget, and it's going to say, I'm going to say, hey, space, and then I'm going to just paste it. And now it's going to be a variable for the first name. So that at runtime, it'll say, hey, Shaniqua, hey, Sally, hey, Jane, hey, Julie, hey, Sharon, right? It's going to select that. And so at this point, I'm pretty much done. I can hit save, and this will save this email, and it's pretty much good to go, right? So now I'm going to hit this close button here in the top right. And this is going to bring me back to the automation. And now I'm going to go over here to the wait sequence, right? And so I want to wait 1 day. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on the gear icon. And and the wait type is I want to wait for a specific duration of time. And I'm going to say wait 1 day. And I want to run it at a specific time. I can say run immediately, like I can say immediately, right? Run immediately. And then I have a time zone. Or I can say run at a specific time, and I can specify the time that I want it to run. So so the wait sequence will basically wait 1 day. I can say wait 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month. I can say wait 3 days, wait 3 minutes, wait 3 hours, you know what I mean? Wait 3 days, wait 3 months, right? I'm going to put it back to wait 1 day. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure I have a time zone in here. So my time zone is US Eastern. Okay. And I'm going to hit the back arrow. So now that's saved. And then I'm going to come over here I already showed y'all how to do the emails. So you would do the emails the exact same way, right? And so I'm going to go over here to this SMS, right? And I'm going to click on the gear icon. And let me remove this phone number out of here. And so now I'm going to have my, SMS message, So right now I have the word, this is a test. We would actually have the SMS message that came from the actual, because I was playing around in here, so I changed it. But I would go into this SMS, and for the phone number, right, I would click on my offer, same way, web form info, form record, and then I would select the phone number field. It turns green, which means it copied it to the clipboard and it selected it. And I'm just going to come right into this field, right click, and do paste, or just paste it right there. And notice how it puts a variable, because again, we're not God. We don't know the future. We don't know the phone number of the person who's going to fill out my opt-in form 5 days or 10 days from now. So we have to put in a variable, and basically tell Connect Deck where to look. So I'm basically telling Connect Deck that at runtime, look at the My Offer data package, look at this data, object, and then look at this, table, and then look at this field at runtime. And it'll know to replace this with the actual mobile number of that person. And then you put in the SMS message. I can be like, check out, I actually messed this up because I forgot what was written here, but check out this special offer. And then, what I want to do is actually put the link to my second sales page. So I'm going to click this back arrow to save that. And then I'm going to come to the second sales page, and I'm going to click on the gear icon. And I'm like, okay, what's my second sales page? So let me change this because I want it to be Lash Kit Offer. But notice how, it has this other information at the end to make it unique, because you can't have multiple pages that have the same name. So Connect Deck automatically appends some other characters just to make the page name unique. But I'm going to call it Lash Kit Offer 2, because this is the second time I'm giving them that offer. Okay. And when I just check out of it, notice how the URL changes down here. This is the URL that I want to give out. So I'm just going to highlight it, right click and copy it, hit the back arrow, and I'm going to come back to this SMS message, hit the gear icon, and hey, check out this special offer. And then I can just paste it. So when they get this email, they get that link, and this link will point them directly to, hit the back arrow, take them right to the second sales page. Okay. And that's pretty much how you would do that on all of these, because remember, these other nurture, you notice how the dotted line is pointing to the second sales page. So that means I got to have a link in here that's pointing here, a link in this email that's pointing here, a link in this SMS email that's pointing here, and a link, a URL in this SMS that's pointing here. So you would make all of those changes to the same second sales page. Now, here's something else that some of y'all been running into. You'll be like, hey, I clicked on this Shopify page and I went to view and nothing happened. I got a 404 error. Well, on these Shopify pages, you're not going to see a page because these pages don't live within ConnectDeck. The only reason why these pages, this Shopify checkout, thank you, this Shopify checkout down here, and this Shopify checkout, thank you. The only reason why it exists is so that you can just have a frame of reference on the entire scope of your funnel, right? People are going to come to your Facebook page. They're going to come to you, then click on that. Your Facebook ad, they're going to see that ad. They're going to click on it, take them to the opt-in page. They're going to click on the, fill out the form and hit the submit button. It's going to take them to their Tripwire page. If they say add to cart, it's going to automatically take them to Shopify, add the product to the cart, shopping cart, and take them to the checkout page, right? So this page actually lives on Shopify. So there is no page to view on these particular icons. So maybe I think what should probably happen is maybe the developers could remove the eye icon because there is nothing to view here. I mean, unless you just want to see how your Shopify shopping cart page looks or your Shopify checkout page looks, then that could be something that we could probably make happen. So that would be the same thing for these two pages here and the Shopify checkout and the Shopify checkout thank you page on the bottom, right? Also, don't forget, you have a customer purchase message email. You would do the same thing. Click on that gear icon, click on edit email. And the same way you modify the welcome email and all the other emails, you would do the same thing here. You would basically put in your name, who it's coming from, who's the sender. But here, and then the send to name, same way. You would put in, the variable there and the variable for the send to email. You would come into the body of this email and write whatever you need to write. Okay. And I think in here it's like, insert desired outcome and then insert, a link to your Instagram page, stuff like that. Okay. And then when you're done, you just hit save. Okay. So that's how you make your changes to your emails. That's how you update your wait sequences in your SMSs. Now, here's another tip on your wait sequences. These wait sequences don't have to be a day. Like I said, you may want to say wait 2 days and then send them an email, and so that gives you a little bit more length in your nurture sequence. Cause right now this is going to run every day. So it's going to wait 1 day, send this email and this SMS, wait another day, send this email, wait another day, send this email and SMS. So I could say, if I want to nurture them more than 3 days, I don't have to write more emails. I can just increase the wait times, and then once I get everything the way I want it, then I can, maybe one weekend I can write, a few more emails and I can just add it. I can just say, okay, let me add another wait sequence, when I'm ready to do that. And I can just say, okay, I want to send them an email and an SMS, and then I want to wait, and pull up my waits here. I want to wait. And then I want to send them, another, email and SMS, right? And then I can just click on that, drop that, click on this last SMS, click on the down arrow, click on the green link, the green branch link this time, and just come over here to the second sales page and do it like that. And then I can just, remove this one, hit delete, and then I can just change it to a dotted, click on the down arrow, click on the link, the gray link icon down here, and then just click on the sales page and now to create that dotted line. And I can just start doing the same thing for these, other objects. You see what I'm saying? And now what I can do is I can increase this. I can say, okay, this is going to be a wait. I'm going to wait 2 days and I'm going to put in my time zone, which is Eastern Standard Time. Where did I put it? Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Right. And that could be my wait. And then I can add in another wait, same thing, and put it for Eastern Standard Time because that's the time zone of my business, right? And I could wait 2 days for this one, and that's just another way to kind of extend like I said, just to extend it, and because the more you nurture, right, it's like, think of it like this: jab, jab, right hook, jab, jab, right hook, as Gary Vee says, Gary Vaynerchuk, like jab, jab, right hook, nurture, nurture, pitch, nurture, nurture, pitch, nurture, nurture, sales pitch, right? So that's just another way to do that. So let me just remove these items because I don't want them in here right now. Just select them all, hit the delete, hit yes, and then I'm just going to change this arrow to a solid line. I'm going to click on it, hit the drop down and select the green branch icon, and then click on the second sales page. And then I'm going to hit save. All right. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you would, update, your emails, set up your wait sequences, and set up your SMS messages. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at support@connectdeck.io, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.